Elon Musk and DOGE making more cuts this week. Now the House DOGE Caucus is preparing to help the congressional group, announcing 3 new bills this week aimed at cutting unnecessary government spending. Texas Republican Congressman Pete Sessions is the co-chair of the House DOGE Caucus. Joining me now, sir, thank you so much on this Saturday morning. We appreciate it. Your thoughts on the success you are having. Is it that you're working with DOGE, inspired by DOGE? How's it going?
Good morning. Yes, on Wednesday night, we had a face-to-face meeting, Government Reform and Oversight Committee with Stephen Miller, who represented the president so well, not just about his ideas, about us working together, but actually the responsibility that we have that I believe House Republicans are moving forward, and that is to look at not only money, but government efficiency. Government efficiency is the heart of the matter. As we all know, the government must have help of Congress with the ideas, not just to cut inefficiency, but to look at systematically the laws of the country. So that's one of the bills that I'm bringing forward. Our other 2 co-chairs are doing an awesome job of making sure that they are talking to their colleagues and our colleagues about how we will move forward. You hit the heart of it, and it is spending. It is the money that has been unveiled and that we have seen because of OMB, because of the information that we're learning. It means that we can bring back firsthand to our appropriators, now that we have signaled our desire to pass reconciliation on the floor. Very excited. So now the speed will pick up of not only what we're doing, but the working together with Office of Management and Budget.
Yeah, there's a lot of targeting on Elon Musk specifically because they say he's unelected. But here you are, the elected officials, kind of inspired by what's happening at DOGE, essentially trying to reach the same end, to rein in this spending. Elon Musk was actually on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Take a quick listen to that.
You know, let's say like Trump is a threat to our democracy, which is ironic since he was elected with the majority of the, popular vote. They started saying I was a threat to democracy. But if you just replace threat to democracy with threat to bureaucracy, it makes total sense. Normally the bureaucracy eats revolutions for breakfast. This is the first time that they're not, that the revolution might actually succeed, that we could restore power to the people instead of power to the bureaucracy.
Power to the people. I mean, you are essentially the entity. There's this complaint that what Elon Musk is doing isn't fair because he wasn't elected, but you are the elected officials that can weave this into spending bills, how Americans' money is being spent. Is that how you look at it?
Well, in fact, we are, but I think that we look at a high perspective of Donald Trump. As President Trump brought what is probably the greatest entrepreneur, a man who looks at complex ideas, brings the answers to the table. We are using the things not only that he's bringing to the table, but we also, as members of Congress, have a responsibility. As the chairman of Government Reform and Oversight, Government Operations Committee, last year in a major hearing, we heard government officials, government witnesses say that on a 3-year period, the federal government has and expects to have at least $1.7 trillion worth of waste, fraud, and abuse. We know where that happens, and we know where it needs to be stopped. But we got to get government workers back. They're part of the equation. We have to right-size the government, and we need to have technology match up to where we get the information. We do this with the states through a term called federalism. And that is where we work together. This is where DOGE comes in to not only highlight this needed effort, but to work with the administration. President Trump, I think, has gone from what might be someone who has the art of the deal and negotiates more to a tactician. He now sees what he wants. And Congress needs to move appropriately through this process. We now know the facts of the case. We now know where the problems are, and House Republicans are going to meet that challenge.
It'll be an interesting couple of weeks, particularly ahead of some of those looming dates like March 14th. We greatly appreciate your insights. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday. Texas Republican Congressman Pete Sessions. We greatly appreciate it.